Yes, people. Hope everyone is good. Hope everyone is good. So, finally, a credible transfer link for Leeds United. Obviously, it's going to be tough given the circumstances currently. We are not promoted, so we don't know what league we're in. But this transfer was broken by Florian Plattenberg, I believe, who is very credible. If Leeds United goes to the Premier League, this could be our first signing. This could be it. So, of course, I want to talk about it. Marius Wolf, who is he? So this is not a scout report. This is a basic, just a profile, just an introduction of who this guy is, basically. He's 28 years old, plays for Borussia Dortmund, German international as of 2023. Has got, I think, 5 German caps. Tall guy at 6'2", so which is quite tall for a predominantly right back or a winger. Weight 81 kilograms. Yeah. His current stats this season: he's made 31 appearances in all competitions, around 16 starts, around that. And it's got 2 assists. Now, I'll go into the rest of it in a minute. But yeah, this is the type of name that makes you think there's going to be a lot of emphasis if we did get promoted on, one, physicality, 2, getting a good athlete that can compete in the Premier League, and also a player with experience and who's fairly mouldable. And that's one thing that is key about this guy for me, Marius Wolf, from watching. I watched too many games last night and this morning. His kind of ability to adapt any situation in the game. He's a kind of player who you can throw in anywhere, if that makes sense. He is a right back, but you can also play higher if you needed. He's a type of player who's comfortable around the pitch, if that makes sense. Not necessarily like a Dallas utility player, but a player who looks comfortable in possession, out of possession, whether it's centre back, right back, playing a slightly advanced right side role. Yeah, he's adaptable, which is good, which is very good for Leeds, obviously in the Premier League. That was the case. I've gone through his heat maps of the last 3 seasons just to kind of show the kind of adventure side of him. This season, of course, not played a lot of minutes this year, only around 11 starts, I believe, this season in the Bundesliga. But a player who is, like I said, very reliable in that sense, a very good athlete, an underrated athlete, I think, who when he drives can be very quick, very dominant. He's very tall for a fullback, so he's got that power and pace down the side. Not like, Nonto or Somerville, Dan James pace quick, but a quick mover, got very long legs, powerful runner as well. So when he drives, he's hard to stop. Got those kind of core attributes that when we recruited for the Premier League last time, we went for more technical, exciting names. Although this is exciting to me, but generally speaking, he's a very good athlete as well as a technical player who is decent in possession. And these are his heat maps. You can see how adventurous he is, how he likes to get forward and defend transitionally, and this was probably his standout season here for Dortmund in 2021. Yeah, player who I like, obviously, who has kind of the hallmarks to be good, experienced fullback at this level, the hopeful level if we win the playoff. Just some basic stats. Like I said, this is not a scout report. This is just an introduction to the player, in my opinion. Yeah, you can read those out. Passing is something that is important in this side, obviously, as a possession-based team, but also a team who transitionally, like to get it forward quickly and direct when we do counter. So it's important that this player is an all-around, so a player who is decent on the ball, but also a good athlete, and he does tick that box. He's quick, he's powerful, but he's also decent on the ball. He's not this extravagant guy who's going to take 6 players on, do some step overs, or do some crazy passes. He will play things basic. He will play things simple when he's deeper. But if there's a chance to advance and there's space to drive, he'll drive into that. Like I said, he's very adaptable to systems. I think that's also another thing, from Dortmund to Leeds. He's very adaptable to a system. So I think it's a type of player as well, given his experience, which I'll show in a minute. It will be a more seamless, kind of build to the Premier League. It won't be something that, the transition, that's what I'm looking for. It'd be seamless, as opposed to someone who might take 6-7 months to get into it and then suddenly you're in a relegation battle. He's got the physical attributes there already. He's played a lot of football in his career. And very solid defensive stats here as well. As a defender, as a 1v1 defender, pretty decent. Look, he's not like the most agile in terms of, if he will get beat by a quick winger every now and again. That's normal. He's not, like I said, he's quick, he's a good athlete, but he's not the most agile. He is tall, so those low centre of gravity players might nip around him once or twice. But positionally, he's quite decent. The thing with Junior Firpo is, although I think he's improved it a lot, he still has those moments of concentration where he switches off. Marius Wolf is more of he'll be in a good position. So he's not available to be switched off. That makes sense. He's already in that position. He's got a good positional awareness about him. Yeah. And here are his basic kind of stats. That you can see his experience. I'll let you guys look at that. He's quite small. He's made 175 Bundesliga appearances with 13 goals and 21 assists. 175 people. That's the type of experience, as well as obviously the under-19s, the cup competitions, 19 Champions League appearances, 19. So he's got Champions League experience. Of course, his Borussia team right now are in the final. I'm assuming he won't feature in that because his minutes have dropped off recently. But yeah, he's got a lot of experience. He's played in Bundesliga playoffs. He's played in relegation playoffs. He's played in Europa League. He's played in Champions League. Yeah. He's also played for his country, as you can see, 5 times. As of fairly recent as well. They were in friendlies, but I think we underestimate the call-up these days. It's good to get a call-up. It's showing you are seen by other coaches. It's a good thing to get a national call-up. He's had 5 of them. Yeah. And it's a player looking to continue his career. He's 175. As you can see, he's stayed in Germany for all of his career. So a player who definitely now is looking for that next move. Look, a team like Leeds, if, of course, we are assuming we get promoted, that is the point. If we were in that situation where we did, bringing this experienced type player in, it's kind of a sensible but exciting move for me. Of course, you never really know how someone will adapt to the Premier League, right? The physicality in terms of the amount of games, the speed of the game is different. But the Bundesliga itself is quite a decent adaptation because, if anything, the Bundesliga is quick. It's a quick league. Obviously, it's not got the overall quality of the Premier League, but it's very quick, right? That is one thing about the Bundesliga. It's exciting in that sense. So that'll be interesting. And look, just above me now, you can look at his adaptability I spoke about. Right winger. He's played there 98 times. Right back 74 times. He's actually played as a winger more, but again, this is down to system and where he played in that system, But again, it shows it adaptability. He's played on the left, right, anywhere down the side he can play. Even centre forward, he played 35 games as centre forward, getting 9 goals and 11 assists. Obviously, earlier on in his career, like I said, he's got that comfortable air about him in either position. He will be a right back for Leeds, I believe. That's a smart option, and that's where he plays right now. But he can get forward. It might be quite decent in the box, in and around the box, getting into the final third, understanding positionally where he should be in certain situations, where the space will be. And this helps with experience. And this is why we want all these flair signings, these young guys, these 21, 22-year-olds who have scored 15 goals and stuff in their league and stuff like that. That is amazing. You could get a young fullback who's starting his career, who has high potential, but as a free agent, a player with this experience, who's this adaptable, who is also a good player, who can bring a lot to a side. Yeah, that would be excellent business, and we've got to be sensible as well. You want assets you can sell on, but you also want assets that keep you in the Premier League, and that, if we went up, regardless of when that is our main goal, right? We can't be looking at Europe or none of that rubbish top half. Solidifying, because the Premier League's look at the coaches that are coming into the Premier League. The mid-table teams now are getting better. So we need that. It's key. Recruitment is key. Getting these guys in, these experienced pros who played at the highest level for years, being part of that winning culture. It's massive. So yeah, in that sense, I'm very happy. One last. And like I said, people, this is not a scouting report. This is just me talking about the player. If we did sign the player, if that was the case, I would obviously do a scouting report if that happened. But just quickly passing, look, this is FB Ref. Obviously, we know this is comparing to players in his position who have played similar amount of minutes this season in the last 365 days. Yeah, fairly solid all around the board there for the things we're looking for as well. Short passes, decent. 85% completion. You've got to look at the way Dortmund play. They'd like to play risky forward passes. Very risky, so a lot of players at Dortmund have a lower kind of percentile in terms of passing thing because that's how they play. But yeah, a very solid player. You're looking at stuff like expected assists, passing to the final third. Again, that progression side of it, which is key. Progressive passes, which is key. Cross into the penalty area. He does like to cross. Key passes again. Yeah, these are things that progressive passing distance as well. The progressive side of it is important for Leeds United. As the system is, that's what we like from our fullbacks, that progression. Look at Junior Firpo, look at the way Archie Gray has adapted his play to be more progressive. These are key things. And again, we look at goal and shot creation. We've got high shot creation, creating actions for right backs. Completed live ball passes that lead to a shot attempt. So passes that lead to a shot, very high. And successful take-ons that lead to a shot attempt. So that's that clinical, that decisive decision he makes in the final third. Might not get the assists, but key in the build-ups. I've watched 4 or 5 games of him from this season in the Bundesliga last night and this morning. And obviously the way they play, he's not the first starting fullback. So they don't necessarily give the ball to him too much, if that makes sense, because he's not the main guy. But when he comes in, he's effective in his role. He doesn't stand out as this, a player that's going to change the game. But he's also, if you watch the game, if you watch him, what he does is very effective. And if you go back up for previous seasons, you'll see that more when he's played more and got more time. But yeah, that's it for the kind of talking side of it in terms of showing you things. But what do you guys think? I think this is extremely the type of player you need at this club in the Premier League. It's a level up. It definitely is. This is 100%, without doubt, a Premier League signing. It's not a lower down than that. He will have things in every country as a free agent at 28, really in that prime. Looking to play, looking to start, bring that experience and leadership, that balance to the side, that physicality that you need and that quality on the ball. Like I said, our goals come from our front four and hopefully our midfield. Our fullbacks are there to provide balance, overloads, progression. He runs on the outside, he can run on the inside as well. He can overlap or underlap. Very good. And he can drive with it if he needs to. He's quick. He's got that 10 yards of pace that can get him past one or two people. So, and fairly solid defensively. Without being extravagant, fairly solid. He will make mistakes. He's going to get beaten by Premier League wingers if he did join. That happens, people. That's fine. We're not going to sign a 40, 50 million pound player, but one who's very solid. Would be a good player for this level, for sure. For us, would be great. But yeah, we've got to get there. But this is just a little quick report. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If we do get there, or whatever happens in the summer, I will be doing scout reports, proper scout reports, in-depth analysis on every player we sign. I'll probably do 2 videos on each player to give the scout report and an analysis on the player. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the summer regardless because of that. I can't wait. I'm sure we'll be linked with a lot of players. But yeah, I like this one. I like the potential of this one. That's what I'll say. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. Yeah, I appreciate the support. I'll see you guys the next one. Peace.